17 cruise hacks you should know before onboarding a cruise, no matter whether you are new or you've been on so many cruises. From saving money to safety hacks, there is something in this video for you. Cruising is one of those experiences where the more you know going in, the better time you have, and that's exactly what we're here for today. Number 1. Screenshot everything and put it in one album before you leave home. Take a screenshot of your boarding pass, your cabin number and deck, your dining reservation times, your travel insurance details, everything. Now, why does this matter? At the cruise terminal on embarkation day, there are hundreds of people all trying to check in at the same time, and the Wi-Fi in those terminals can be unreliable. The last thing you want is to be standing there frantically searching through a long email chain while the person behind you sighs loudly. When everything is sitting in one photo album, you just open it up and you are done in seconds. It is such a small habit to build before you travel, but it removes a surprising amount of stress from the very beginning of your trip. Number 2. Call your bank and let them know your travel dates and destinations. This one is short, but please do not skip it. Before you sail, take 5 minutes to either call your bank and credit card company or log into your banking app and set a travel notification. Let them know the exact dates you'll be away and every destination on your itinerary, including your home port. I have heard so many stories where someone tries to use their card at a port stop and it gets declined or blocked because the bank flagged the transaction as suspicious. Now you're standing in a market or a restaurant in a beautiful place, feeling embarrassed and stressed when it was completely avoidable. One quick call before you leave takes care of it entirely. While you're at it, double-check what foreign transaction fees your card charges and whether you have a card that waives those fees. On a longer cruise across multiple countries, it can actually add up. Number 3. Pack a small day 1 bag inside your main suitcase. Here is something I recommend to every single person who asks me about packing for a cruise. Before you close up your big check suitcase, place a small drawstring bag or a packing cube right on top of everything. Inside that bag, put your swimsuit, a pair of flip-flops, a fresh change of underwear, your phone charger, any medication you might need during the day, and maybe a light layer if you tend to get cold in air conditioning. This is crucial because your checked luggage, the big suitcase you hand over at the port, can take anywhere from 3 to 6 hours to actually make it to your cabin, sometimes longer. The ship starts its activities the moment you board. The pools are open, the water slides are running, there are things to do and explore. But if everything you need is buried in a suitcase that hasn't arrived yet, you end up sitting in your cabin waiting instead of starting your vacation. With this one little trick, you unpack that small bag in 2 minutes, slide the suitcase under the bed, and you are off and enjoying the ship immediately. Number 4. Research your specific ship before you sail, not just a cruise line. This one is something that you should not skip because 2 ships from the exact same cruise line can offer very different experiences. The dining venues are different, the activities available are different, the layout and cabin sizes can vary quite a bit. So it would be great if you spend some time on YouTube or cruise forums specifically looking up your ship by name. Watch a walkthrough video if you can find one. Look at the deck plan so you understand where your cabin sits in relation to things like the pool deck, the dining room, the theater, and the elevators. When you board already knowing the layout, you don't waste your first day wandering around confused. You walk on feeling like you've been there before, and that feeling is genuinely wonderful. Number 5. Always choose the earliest check-in window available. When your cruise line opens online check-in, which is usually somewhere between 90 days and a few weeks before sailing depending on the line, log in as early as you can and grab the earliest boarding time slot. I cannot stress enough how much this single decision shapes your entire first day on board. When you arrive early, you move through security and check in much faster because the terminal isn't packed yet. You get on the ship while it still feels calm and uncrowded. You have first access to important things like adjusting your dining time, booking specialty restaurants for the week, reserving seats for shows, and signing up for any limited activities. By the time the midday crowd starts pouring on board, you're already settled, you know where everything is, and you're relaxing with a drink somewhere. It's a completely different start to the vacation. Number 6. Skip the buffet on embarkation day and find a quieter spot to eat. The buffet is usually one of the first things you see when you board, and if you've been traveling all morning, you are probably hungry. But on embarkation day, that buffet is one of the most chaotic places on the entire ship. Here is what smart cruisers do instead. Ask a crew member which other venues are open right now for lunch. The main dining room on many ships does a quiet sit-down lunch service on boarding day that the vast majority of passengers completely walk right past. You get a proper menu, someone brings your food to the table, it's calm, and you actually get to enjoy your first meal on the ship rather than juggling a tray while hunting for a seat. On some cruise lines, there are also poolside grills or casual spots that stay uncrowded on embarkation day. It's worth asking. Your first meal sets the tone for the whole trip, so make it a good one. Number 7. Unpack before dinner on night 1, no exceptions. I really want to gently push back on the idea of living out of a suitcase on a cruise. I know I can feel like one less thing to deal with in the excitement of boarding day, but I promise you that unpacking before dinner on night 1 makes the entire rest of the week feel so much better. After dinner on that first night, you might catch a show, you might wander around exploring all the different bars and lounges and decks. By the time you come back to your cabin, it will be late and you will be tired in the best possible way. Coming back to a tidy, organized cabin at the end of that first big day is genuinely one of the nicest feelings. And on a practical level, getting your clothes hung up and organized means fewer wrinkles, and you actually know where everything is for the rest of the week. Make dinner your hard deadline and stick to it. Number 8. Bring heavy-duty magnet hooks and use them from day 1. It might be one of the most talked about cruise cabin hacks out there, and for good reason. Almost all cruise ship cabin walls are metal, which means strong magnet hooks stick to them instantly and without damaging a single thing. You create extra hanging storage immediately without needing any tools or any permission. You can use them to hang hats, lanyards, your day bag, wet swimsuits, lightweight jackets, whatever tends to end up piled on a chair or on the floor in a small space. The key thing here is to specifically look for heavy-duty options, ideally rated for at least 50 pounds. The lightweight ones that look cute but aren't rated for much tend to slide down the wall or fall off after a day or two, especially when you put something heavy on them. The heavier duty ones hold up perfectly all week, and honestly, they're not expensive at all. I keep a small set permanently in my cruise packing kit, so I never forget them. Number 9. Ask your cabin steward to empty the mini fridge on day 1. This is one of those hacks that not enough people know about, and it can genuinely save you from a headache later in the trip. On many modern cruise ships, the items in the mini fridge or mini bar are tracked using sensor technology. What that means in practice is that if you move something, pick it up to look at it, or accidentally shift things around while you're trying to find space in the fridge, the system can register it as a purchase and add it to your account automatically. Even if that charge gets reversed later, which it usually can be, you have to notice it, go to guest services, wait in line, and deal with the whole thing. It is just unnecessary stress on a vacation. The much simpler solution is to find your cabin steward on day 1, introduce yourself nicely, and just ask them to clear out the fridge. Takes them 2 minutes, saves you potential hassle, and now you have a fridge you can use however you want. If you have a drink package that includes bottled water or canned drinks, this is especially useful because you can stock it yourself and always have something cold ready to go. Number 10. Take photos of your cabin the moment you arrive. This is one of those hacks that most people never need but will be incredibly grateful for if they ever do. As soon as you walk into your cabin on embarkation day, before you put anything down or unpack a single thing, do a quick walk around with your phone camera. Photograph the furniture, the carpet, the sofa, the bathroom fixtures, any scuffs or marks or worn spots you notice. It takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Cabins turn over very quickly between sailings, and general wear and tear is completely normal. But occasionally, a guest gets charged for damage that was already there before they arrived. And if you don't have time-stamped photos to show that the damage existed when you checked in, it can be very difficult to dispute. A quick video walkthrough works just as well. 2 minutes on day 1 and you have complete peace of mind for the entire trip. Number 11. Use a Ziploc bag inside the cabin safely. Before you put anything into your cabin safe, Place your passport, extra cash, jewelry, spare credit cards, and any other valuables into a single clear Ziploc bag first. Then put that bag in the safe. On disembarkation morning, when you are half asleep, probably rushing, and emotionally not ready to leave the ship, you open the safe and you grab one bag. Everything comes with it because it was all grouped together. Nothing slides into the back corner and gets forgotten. It is such a small organizational habit, but I honestly think it is one of the most useful little tricks for the end of the trip. Number 12. Pre-book your drink package, Wi-Fi, and specialty dining before you sail. This is a tip that I feel needs to be said clearly and directly because so many people still don't follow it. If you are planning to use the ship's Wi-Fi, if you think you might want a drink package, if you have a specialty restaurant you'd like to try, book all of it before you get on the ship. Almost without exception, cruise lines charge more for these things once you are on board than they do in the weeks leading up to your sailing. So log into your cruise account periodically in the months before you depart and watch for the pricing on these packages. They fluctuate, and you can sometimes save 20, 30, even 50% compared to the onboard price. Set a reminder in your phone to check every couple of weeks. Some cruise lines also run flash sales that only last a day or two, so checking regularly is genuinely worth your time. The money you save on pre-booking a Wi-Fi package alone can pay for a lovely specialty dinner. Number 13. Reprice your cruise before your final payment is due. If you booked your cruise several months in advance, which is usually the smartest approach because you get more cabin choice and often a better price, here is something you absolutely should do. In the few weeks before your final payment deadline, go back to the cruise line's website or call your travel agent and check the current price for your exact cabin category on your exact sailing. Because cruise pricing moves around a lot. It changes based on how well that sailing is selling. If the price has dropped since you originally booked, many cruise lines will honor the lower rate or offer onboard credit to make up the difference. They will not send you an email about it. You have to be proactive and check yourself. This one habit has saved cruisers hundreds of dollars, and it only takes a few minutes. Please make it part of your pre-cruise routine. Number 14. Open a dedicated savings account just for cruising. Okay, this one is a bit different from your typical cruise hack, but I think it is genuinely one of the most impactful things you can do if you cruise more than once a year, or if you're saving up for a bigger sailing. Open a separate high-interest savings account specifically for your cruise fund and set up an automatic transfer into it every single month. Even a small, consistent amount builds up faster than you'd expect. What this does beyond just saving money is it completely removes the financial stress that can sometimes creep into vacation planning. When final payment comes due, the money is already sitting there waiting. You're not shuffling things around or putting it on a credit card and figuring it out later. The cruise is paid for, and you get to focus entirely on the excitement of going. It also earns you a little interest along the way, which is essentially free money toward your trip. Number 15. Bring one bottle of wine or champagne on board on embarkation day. Most cruise lines quietly allow each adult passenger to bring one bottle of wine or champagne on board in their carry-on bag on embarkation day. This is one of those policies that cruise lines do not advertise loudly for obvious reasons, but it is there if you look for it in the fine print. Always double-check the specific policy for your cruise line before you sail, because it does vary. Here is how some people really make the most of this. If you bring champagne, consider also packing a champagne stopper so it stays fresh for more than one day. You can make your own mimosas in the morning by ordering a free orange juice through room service and using your own bottle. It is a genuinely lovely way to start a sea day on a balcony. Small touches like this don't cost much, but they make the whole experience feel a little more special and personal. Number 17. Time your meals strategically and eat like royalty. This sounds almost too simple, but I promise you it makes a real difference to how much you enjoy the dining experience on a cruise. Cruise ships operate on very predictable crowd patterns. Everyone wakes up around the same time, everyone gets hungry around the same time, and everyone heads to the same places at the same time. For breakfast, the window between about 7 and 8 in the morning is often beautifully calm. The very early risers have already been and gone, and the late sleepers haven't appeared yet. For dinner, arriving right when the main dining room opens is one of the best moves you can make. You get the best table availability, the freshest dishes, and servers who are attentive and not yet overwhelmed. If early dining doesn't suit you, waiting after 8 p.m. when the big rush has settled works just as well. Adjusting your meal timing by even 30 minutes can turn a chaotic dining experience into a really enjoyable one. Number 17. Try the main dining room for breakfast instead of the buffet. The buffet is the default choice for most cruisers at breakfast, and I completely understand why. It's easy, it's casual, everything is right there. But on sea days especially, that buffet can be genuinely overwhelming. Crowded, every table taken, and you're balancing a tray while trying to find somewhere to sit. The main dining room at breakfast is one of the most underrated options on any cruise ship. It's included in your fare, it's table service, everything is made to order, and on most ships it is significantly quieter than the buffet. You sit down, someone brings you coffee, and you actually get to have a conversation and enjoy your meal. If you've never tried it, please give it a go at least once on your next cruise. And depending on your cruise line, there may be other alternatives too. If you're on Royal Caribbean and your ship has a Johnny Rockets, check whether they offer a complimentary breakfast. On Princess, the International Cafe is a lovely included option in the mornings. On Carnival, Blue Iguana Cantina does breakfast that many people absolutely love. Explore a little, and you might find your new favorite morning routine on the ship. Okay, so if you found any help, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.